The man suddenly swung the heavy machine gun on the submarine and quickly aimed at the German aircraft not far away. At this moment, the German pilot sensed something was wrong and quickly pulled up the plane while circling around the submarine. Everyone wondered why the enemy aircraft did not attack, but the captain told them that the Germans were waiting for the best moment to attack, which was when the submarine was about to dive. Someone suggested staying on the surface until the plane ran out of fuel, but the captain guessed the enemy had already called for reinforcements. So to shake off the aircraft as soon as possible, they decided to dive immediately. All of this was quickly noticed by the German pilot. He immediately lowered the plane's altitude, preparing to deliver a fatal blow to the diving submarine. Although every crew member worked at full speed, trying to make the submarine dive as fast as possible, to the experienced German pilot, it was no different from a training target. Just as the pilot was about to press the trigger, a sailor suddenly stood up from beneath the machine gun and quickly grabbed it and aimed at the enemy plane. The German pilot was startled and immediately pulled the plane up after reacting, but the soldiers' firing did not stop. However, they had no time to celebrate. The sonar operator detected something unusual. A high-explosive torpedo was rapidly approaching the submarine. In this critical moment, the captain ordered everyone back to their positions and controlled the submarine to dive quickly. At this life-and-death moment, the crew operating the submarine for the first time were extremely nervous, and the torpedo was only 10 meters away. They tightly held onto nearby equipment, waiting for fate's final decision. The torpedo only brushed past them, allowing everyone to escape the crisis for now. To avoid being detected again, the captain ordered the engines shut down and switched to electric propulsion at minimal speed to reduce noise as much as possible, while the sonar operator searched for the enemy submarine. But under extreme stress, the sonar operator accidentally turned on a record player. The cheerful music instantly exposed their position. Seeing their position exposed, the sailors immediately restarted all engines and fled at full speed. The captain knew this was not a long-term solution. Only sinking the enemy submarine could save them. He immediately ordered the torpedoes to be prepared, but just as they were about to load them, as a crew member was unhooking a torpedo, the chain suddenly snapped. The 3-ton torpedo fell directly onto him. His teammates rushed over immediately. Everyone used all their strength and finally lifted it slightly, pulling the injured man out. Another sailor took over the loading task and quickly loaded another torpedo into the tube. Then under the captain's command, the torpedo sped straight toward the enemy submarine. But at this moment, the sonar operator discovered the enemy had also launched a torpedo, and they had no chance to evade. As the torpedo drew closer and closer, they could only wait for fate again. Fortunately, it only grazed the hull and did not detonate, allowing them to survive by sheer luck. But their torpedo had already hit. The close-range explosion struck the enemy submarine instantly, but the distance was too close. The shockwave also hit their submarine. The whole submarine began to shake violently. The immense pressure shattered instruments and even cracked the hull, causing leaks. The situation was critical. They had to surface quickly for repairs before they could celebrate. The captain spotted a German warship through the periscope. Since they were using a German U-2 submarine, the warship did not attack immediately. Instead, it asked about their situation via radio. But the submarine captain was anti-war. He claimed it was only a mechanical failure and needed simple repairs. But the other side responded enthusiastically and sent engineers over immediately to avoid exposing the truth. The captain had to cooperate and ordered everyone to disguise. With their coordination, the German officer found nothing unusual. But at that moment, the soldier with broken legs suddenly woke up. The pain made him scream. German soldiers rushed in to help, but realized they didn't understand German. The officer then realized they were spies and immediately raised his rifle. After a fierce fight, all German soldiers were killed, but they also lost 2 men. However, the crisis was not over. Soon the warship signaled for the engineers to return and aimed its guns at the submarine. With no other choice, they took a risk. They called in the female sniper, planning to sink the warship with a sniper shot. If the shot succeeds, they might still survive. Can the female sniper pull off this impossible kill? We will continue in the next episode.